It's been a week now since I installed my Apple Mac Mini M2 computer that you can see over here. And it hasn't taken me long to find out the ports on the Mac Mini are inadequate. Well, how many ports are there? If you remember my previous video, it's got two Thunderbolt 4 ports, two USB-A ports, and a 3.5 mm headphone jack, and that's it. To access the ports on the Mac Mini M2, you need to go to the back of the computer, which is not always convenient. And I rather prefer the clean look of the Mac Mini M2, as you see here. Clean interface. Um, so what I did is I read up about accessories for the Mac Mini and decided to purchase the so-called Satechi stand and hub. So that's what I have over here. So as you can see, it's got a nice clean design, which kind of is an extension of the Mac Mini itself. It's got ports on the front, including SD card slots and a USB-C port. And there's just one connection um, using the Thunderbolt, one of the existing Thunderbolt 4 ports, to the Mac Mini itself. Um, I must note or mention that there are two variants of the Satechi Hub. One, a basic one, which you can buy for close to 62 euros here in Germany, and another which costs about 20 euros more. And I bought the more expensive one, which has got an SSD enclosure as well, which means you can add or you can house an SSD card, not the NVMe, but the SSD SATA um, memory card inside the hub, which means then this becomes an all contained add-on to the Mac Mini. Um, I'm going to do an unboxing here anyway, but before that, I'd like to show you what's on the box itself. So over here, you see the Mac Mini placed on top of the Satechi Hub, and now you have all these ports available on the front. It doesn't spoil the clean look of the Mac Mini. It just makes connectivity more convenient. So let's start with the unboxing itself. So I'll get my knife and let's go ahead with it. Right. So the reason I decided to go ahead with the Satechi Hub is because it just echoes the design elements of the Mac Mini itself. All right, let's see what it looks like. So it's always a great experience when you're unboxing something, isn't it? The the thrill that comes with discovering what's in the box. Ah, so there is it. It's pretty nice packaging. As you can see. Okay, so there's. How do I take this out? I probably have to peel off the protective film on top. Oh yeah, they do provide a tab like on the Apple packaging itself. I like it. Smacks of quality. Peel it away. And there is the hub. So I hope that's readable there. Satechi. There you go. Okay. So what's in the box? The hub, and the user manual. Leave that there. Now let's take a closer look at the Satechi hub. So that is, of course, the connection, the connector to the Mac Mini. Sits in a nice enclosure over there. What else do we have? Yeah, kind of mirrors the circular projection on the bottom of the Mac Mini. And over here, not sure if that's clearly visible, but this must be the enclosure for the SSD. Right, there it is. There's something inside. I don't know whether that's... I need to find out what that is. But over here, you see the slot for inserting the SSD. Well, I haven't purchased an SSD yet. I'm not sure whether to go for a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte memory, but I'll do that in the next couple of weeks. So that's the SSD enclosure again, quite neat and tidy. And the hub. So I'll keep this there for the moment. Let's see what's in this little, yeah, in this little roll over here. Right? There it is. I mean, it's nothing but a tiny little screwdriver. The little roll inside the SSD enclosure does come with a tiny screw, which is what this screwdriver is for, to secure the SSD card in the slot. For attaching the screw, for tightening the screw that will attach the SSD into the slots. Let's put the Mac on the hub. Put the Mac onto the hub and show you how it sits on it. There you go. Isn't that a perfect fit? So I'll show you a closer view of the hub. There you can see how many slots do we have. We have 3 USB-A slots, a USB-C, a headphone jack, and 2 slots for SD cards. Plus, you've already seen the enclosure for the SSD memory. That's pretty nice. So how do we connect the hub to the Mac Mini? Now we look at the user manual. Well, it talks about how to insert the SATA memory into the slot, and how to connect the hub to the Mac Mini itself. Yeah, pretty straightforward, I must say. So let's connect the hub. That's a cable which comes with the hub, and brilliant. It's as simple as that. So the slots that I'm presently using on the Mac Mini, then that's a power cord. That's my Ethernet cable. That's the connection to the hub. That's my HDMI cable, which goes to the monitor. This is the connection to an external USB hub, which I can now remove. I don't need that anymore. And that's just a USB-A connection to an external hard drive, which also I could remove once my new SSD, which goes into the hub enclosure, arrives. Turn it around, And that's the Mac Mini with the hub ready to go. Get rid of all the clutter here because I don't need that. And let's turn it on to see if everything works. This is something I really like about the Mac OS. The boot up is so fast, it just takes seconds as compared to my Windows 10 computer, which takes about 3 minutes. Okay, so computer is booted up. Does the mouse work? Yes, it does. Everything seems to work just fine. So that's the Satechi hub with the SSD enclosure for the Mac Mini M2. And by the way, it fits the M1 as well. Once I get the SSD card, I'll show you how that's installed, which will then enable me to get rid of my external hard drives as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Um, Talk to you quite soon. Bye bye.